Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. This is the National Football League. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Allen now looks to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Allen now on first down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He's locked in early. Two nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he gets us inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bills have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The drive has started at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
First down carry by Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Look out, Rodgers lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock him free and make it a turnover.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They will run with Singletary, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. From the 44, Allen Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeAndre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now Allen. Under pressure, they got him again. Rashawn Gary providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
He ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen, guys, so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And here's Rodgers on the return. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and come away with nothing. Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and he will snap one incomplete there.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Rodgers. There's the man, Amari Rodgers, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And again, it's Rodgers. Check down here to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd and inches, Rodgers. They'll roll him out. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. On the handoff, Dillon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down and 3. Here's the big man dealing with it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 44 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. But this is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Throwing on first down is Allen. Rolling to his left. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. To throw again on second down. Allen, Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Allen going for the deep ball. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing is Allen on third. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big gain there for the Bills. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. Third down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receivers understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Steps away. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too near.
Touchdown, Bills! Cole Beasley, as the first half is winding down. And the Bills go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now for Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. A ball for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference. Now, the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well. Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Rodgers on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message be?
I think I'd have to do something you don't ordinarily do within the NFL. That's what fire and brimstone. You got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
On first down, it's Jones. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Off the Play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment to what they talked about, maybe just a little inspirational speech, who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To the air, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage, they can split out like receivers, but hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate. When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on fourth down. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Second down and 4. Singletary again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Second down and goal. Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dean Lowry. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Second, the last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And because of the sack, it's third and goal from the 14. To throw, it's Allen. And quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Cole Beasley, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Bills will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you have an offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. The only one probably his agent as he thinks about handling for a new contract.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. They haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Allen to throw it. And this one caught by Beasley. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. On the left side, he finds Beasley. Escapes the defender. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter.
Enter instant replay. Entering exhibition.
Scouting out or then they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go right back to Singletary. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pinched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you got to like what you saw. When they call that a total team effort, I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
Charles Davis and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on